Number 4 West leading number 2 Mason City 23-21 at halftime of the 4A championship game. Let's go downstairs now to our colleague John Campbell.
Thank you, Larry. Joining us right now is Bernie Sagar, the executive director of the IHSAA. And Bernie, I thought Mason City was going to blow them out to start, but we got a heck of a ball game.
It's going to be another close one, I'm sure of that.
Bernie Sagar has gotten several national awards since we talked to him last. He got a merit award from the athletic directors from around the country, and also Referee Magazine honored you for all your work during your years as a ref in the Big 8. It must be rewarding to you to receive these kind of honors.
I am honored, but I guess longevity has its advantages.
And now they're giving out an award here in your name tonight. That's got to be nice.
I'm proud of that because the man that hired me, his award and my award are the same, and I'm real proud of that. 33 years ago, he had the courage to hire me.
Let's talk about something I think you're calling the Hall of Pride. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I'm just what it is. It's a Hall of Pride for kids. Our activities in our state, I think, have been responsible for us producing the kind of quality of youngsters our schools want. And I'm worried that sometime maybe in history we'll forget about how we did it. So we're going to have a Hall of Pride where we bring in all the girls and boys athletes, music, speech, debate, and have all schools have an opportunity to have their own modular, things that they're proud of that are in their community. Iowa's got some darn many great people to be proud of, and we should showcase it. And it's not showcasing place, and we hope to do it.
And this would be in Boone?
It'll be in Boone. It'll be a building about 40,000 square foot. We'll know within the next 2.5 weeks whether it's going to be realistic or not.
District football, you changed things up again this year, right?
Every 2 years we shake them up. Everybody blames football playoffs for that, but we have district football just so kids can have schedules. That's why we do it. But it is controversial, but our schools tell us to do it, and we do it.
Okay, Bernie, thank you very much. We're out of time. Bernie Sagar, our guest. Larry?
All right, John, thanks very much. Well, the first half was an interesting first half, Jim Hallahan, in that Mason City ran off to that 11-1 lead, and then Iowa City West came fighting back. Let's show you the highlights and see how it happened. First of all, Mason City got an early basket from Mike Peterson.
You know, it looked right away like, whoa, this is going to be a runaway game. Everybody's pushing the ball down the floor. It's a fast game, but pretty soon it gets slowed down a little bit.
Dean Oliver goes coast to coast.
Great athletic move here. Change of direction, hesitation, and then a power, strong layup to the basket and gets fouled.
And, of course, the Division I prospect for Iowa City West is Terry Crest, but there's his brother Tony with a big basket.
Brother to brother, penetration and pitch, and that's what they're going to be doing the rest of the game, I believe.
Harriman, a factor inside.
Nice turn, left-handed jump hook into the lane.
Tony Crest back in the action, but Terry not to be outdone.
No, once they got it going here, they hit 4 threes in a row, and you see they have 4 players on the perimeter. And I think that's what they'll do. They'll attack that zone by moving the ball and trying to shoot the outside jumper.
Because with that inside height, you know that they're going to get some blocks.
There you
Mason
go.
City is.
There's no sense of taking it in there. You might as well pitch it back out and look for the open shot because they can make those threes, which they've done so far.
And when they start pitching it back out, when they start making them, they got right back in the ball game, and Iowa City West, has the lead at the half, 23-21. We'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment.
When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
And around we go, ladies and gentlemen. 22 black, red loose.
A compulsive gambler will gamble away their possessions, everything they own or can borrow. They gamble on football, basketball, horses, dogs, cards. A compulsive gambler will gamble away their friends, their family, their life.
Place your...
If you can't stop gambling or you know someone who needs help, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Sir, are you out of the game?
The 1996 Iowa Boys State High School Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Farm Bureau Insurance. Farm Bureau, living beside you, working for you. By Norwest 24-hour Loan Express. Need a loan? Dial 1-800-2-NORWEST. By Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store. By the Iowa Gambling Treatment Program. 1-800-BETS-OFF. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa. You just can't beat the Blues.
16 minutes left in regulation in the 4A championship game. Iowa City West with a 23-21 lead over Mason City. The first 3 title games in this tournament, 2 one-point games, 1 two-point game. What do you think, Jim? Are we headed for another cardiac finish?
Well, I told you earlier I thought the winner would be in the 60s. Now I'm thinking the winner's going to be in the 40.
We take a look at first half statistics. Mason City shot well, but Iowa City West shot long.
They shot long, got 5 3-pointers. That's 5 more points than a 2-point basket. That was a big key for them. Everything else is not bad. The rebounds are pretty close, which is really quite surprising.
It really is, considering Mason City is so big in size. Individual leaders, Harriman and Oliver leading the way for Mason City, and the Crest twins with 15 of Iowa City West 23.
A big key there, I think Iowa City only has 3 turnovers, and that's been just paramount in their success. Don't turn it over, get good shots.
Dick Perry inbounds to Terry Crest to get the third quarter underway. Up front, Jackie Clark, also Michael Mast, and Andrew Sawyer.
I thought for a minute Mason City was going to come out in a man-to-man. They just extended their guards out a little more on the zone.
Going for the steal was Bartell, but he also kicked the ball, and so Iowa City West will have it. Mason City back to their starters as well. Mike Peterson, number 11. Dean Oliver, number 21.
Right there.
Matt Bartell, number 33. Brent Harriman, number 53. And Steve Heston, number 55.
I think for Mason City, what they need to do, they have to speed the tempo up and do something defensively that disrupts this ball control of Iowa City West. And so far, they haven't been able to do that. There's a steal, though.
Steal by Bartell. Here's Oliver trying to finish it. And Iowa City West dodges the bullet. Here's Perry all the way, coast to coast, gets the layup.
Good defensive play by Crest to prevent Oliver from getting the layup, and then a great outlet pass by Crest that converts the basket at the other end.
Perry on the basket, and inside Andrew Sawyer with a foul, his first.
Right. 5, 4.
Look at Perry on the finish here.
Tough shot.
Yeah, it was a tough shot.
He's made some good baskets in this tournament, though. He's a very good player.
Yes, he is. Inside, Heston battles Sawyer for the rebound, and Sawyer picks up his second foul.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at this. A pretty good block out here, and gets called for the foul. I guess they called him for backing in a little bit, but that's what you want your players to do, is block out those big guys.
In that position for the Trojans now, Sawyer with 2 fouls, and his backup Kirk has 3 as Oliver nails a big one.
First 3-pointer, I believe, for Mason City tonight.
It is. 10 points now for Dean Oliver. And it's a 25-24 1-point lead for Iowa City West as Crest comes down and throws it away.
You know, he wanted to do the right thing, but he turned his back on the play, left his feet, and there was no chance to change the direction of the pass then.
Nick Perry comes up with a foul for the Trojans. Dean Oliver fouled, will go to the line where he is an 86% free throw shooter.
You know, Larry, just in the last 30 seconds, a minute, you've seen the change in the tempo here. Mason City's got the game speeded up, and that's what they want.
Oliver can tie it by hitting the first one, give the Mohawks the lead back by hitting the second. Now the best he can do is tie it.
Well, if he's an 86% shooter, that'll probably be the only one he misses tonight.
Yeah, the law of averages says that you're right. The left-hander pops that one home. The ball game is even at 25.
Here's a 1-2-1-1 press. Crest is trapped in the corner. Gets the ball out, almost stolen. They're able to break it, and now they got Harriman at the other end to protect the basket.
Perry covered up by Bartell. Crest gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer missed the shot, and then Mast, trying to get the rebound, commits his foul. Michael Mast called for his second foul, making his third.
Well, that's another tough call right there. Both players battling for the ball. Both go straight up. But if you don't block out, you're jumping from behind, and there's always a chance to call a foul.
6:20 to go in the third. Mason City on the attack with the game tied at 25.
Ooh, Oliver almost got out of control that time.
Bartell with a miss. Heston with a rebound. And there's a foul. Heston gets knocked down by Sawyer. So now the Trojans are in foul difficulty because 3 of their frontline players have 3 fouls. Sawyer, Kirk, and Matz, 3 apiece.
They cannot afford to have those guys out of the game. I would imagine they'll just leave them in.
That Kirk is about to come in now with 3 fouls. I take that back. I thought he started to get up, and he is not. Heston, an 8-point scorer a game during the regular season, has struggled offensively in his last 2 games of the tournament. He got 12 against Dowling, but just 1 yesterday against Davenport North, and just 2 so far tonight.
But even though he's not scoring, he's causing problems on the other team because they're fouling him and getting the other team in foul trouble. Sometimes statistics don't show everything, or, you know, the foul trouble is big right now for Iowa City.
Mason City just 1 of 4 at the free throw line to start the second half. Jackie Clark.
Ooh, that was close to a push-off by Clark.
Perry, open, fires the 3. Rebound by Harriman.
Long pass down court.
There's Peterson. Counts the basket, and he is fouled by Clark.
You know, Mason City came out, were more aggressive on their zone, and surprisingly, Iowa City shot the ball quicker. Off the defensive pressure, they convert the layup at the other end. Nice balance there. You really don't see a lot of foul there, do you?
Not really. But enough to send Mike Peterson to the line. Peterson averages 8.7 per ball game, a 62% free throw shooter. Has got 7 points in this one. And his 3-point play gives Mason City a 3-point lead.
Iowa City does a nice job of breaking the press, gets the ball down for the 3-pointer, nails it in the corner.
That ties it up. Nick Perry. He had 3 of them yesterday. That's his first one in this game.
Oh, good power move inside. Doesn't go down.
Well, Mason City not hitting baskets, but not because they're not getting good shots.
Exactly. You can't get a better shot than that. Here comes Kress.
Big basket for Terry Kress because he puts the Iowa City West Trojans back into the lead, 30-28.
Six turnover for Mason City, but I still think this tempo favors Mason City. Even though Iowa City is playing well right now, I don't think they really want it to go up and down like this.
Heston back into the lineup. Mike King was in very briefly, but now Steve Heston comes right back in. 5:09 left in period number 3. The Trojans with the ball in a lead of 2. Tony Kress, number 24, joins his brother Terry Kress in the lineup for Iowa City West. Perry, Sawyer, and Hansen. Ryan Hansen, the other players in the lineup right now for the Trojans.
Mason City's got to keep up the pressure in his own defense. They can't be content to sit back, because if they do, Iowa City West will control the tempo. Now they're more aggressive. Iowa City West shooting a little quicker. Let's see how they handle this possession right here.
Sawyer kicks it back out to Terry Kress. And Heston clears the rebound. Oliver looking to tie the ball game. They'll have to do it at the free throw line.
You know, the other thing that hurts you if you shoot quick against that zone, you get no offensive rebounds. That time Iowa City West inbounded the ball, made about 2 or 3 passes, shot it, and no one was there to get a rebound.
On the foul for Iowa City West, Sawyer, and that will be his 3rd. So Sawyer with 3 fouls, Kirk with 3, and Mash with 3.
We're in a bonus now here.
I really thought Kevin Kirk played well when he was in there. If he can just avoid foul trouble, he's extremely important to this ball club.
Iowa City West already in the penalty, so Mason City will be in the bonus for the rest of the ball game, and we're still at the midway point in the 3rd quarter at 4:33.
Look at that. No fouls on Mason City this half. 0.
13 for Dean Oliver, and the game's tied up at 30.
The referee must have heard me on that. I used to shout that at the refs all the time. Will you look up at the board? The other team's got no fouls, man. That usually got you technical.
And with the foul from Mason City's Bartella, that's his 3rd.
Refs can't hear us, can they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you got me thinking. Clark snaps the pass for Hansen. Kress goes baseline and has it stuffed by Harriman, the left-handed block.
can't do that. That's just not available when you're coming there to Harriman. It's almost a duplicate of the first half. Drives the right baseline, gets inside. Harriman's just standing there waiting.
And then that insult to injury went off the sneaker of Kress. So Mason City with a chance to regain the lead.
They'd like nothing better to have another 11-1 run like they did to start the game off.
Oliver floating into the air, hits the shot, and he will go to the line. Oliver has the potential to take over a ball game, and it looks like he might be trying to, Jim.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. He has to keep everybody involved, but he's got to realize when his opportunities are there and take advantage of them. That time he attacked the basket, got fouled, made a great shot.
Tony Kress with a personal foul, his first, already 8th team foul against the Trojans. And Oliver with a 16-point ball game and a 9-point third quarter.
Iowa City West does a nice job handling that time a half-court trap and just threw the ball over the top.
Tony Kress will take a three. Peterson over the back of Jackie Clark for his second foul.
See, again, they shot the ball like they did in the first half, except they're making about 10 less passes, and you don't get the offensive rebounds. They need to be a little more patient, not get too excited when the first guy is open.
Bob Horner on the bench for Mason City. You saw Steve Bergman on the Iowa City West bench a moment ago. He's done a great job with this program. They won 22 games in 5 years previous to his coming to the school 6 years ago.
That's just outstanding. That's building a program.
And what a program they built in both football when they won the state championship and in basketball, where they've got a chance to win the state championship.
Another block by Harriman inside.
Kirk tried to take it up, and as you said, that area is just not available.
Nope. Oh, and you don't want that. That's number 4, I believe.
It is number 4 on number 44. Kevin Kirk with foul number 4.
Harriman is so tall that he can play defense, stand there with his hands up, and still jump high enough to block the shot. And that's the hardest way to jump, is with your hands over your head.
Brad Harriman only a junior. In fact, Mason City starts 4 juniors, only 1 senior. But Bob Horner told them when they came down to state, he said, we've got to seize this opportunity. There are no guarantees about getting back here. He said, we've got to seize it this year.
Right now they're playing the way they want to play, and they've got a lead, and Iowa City West is going to have to make some adjustments.
Timeout with 3:19 to go in the third. There's a timeout on the floor now. Here's a word from your local station. Mason City has opened a 5-point lead at 35-30 midway through the third quarter. And Jim, do you sense that maybe this is a make or break time in the ball game for the Trojans?
Well, I think this is a big possession here. I think Iowa City wants to bring the ball down the floor. Don't be in a hurry. Really control the ball and see how many passes they make this time before they take the shot. I think they got to make between 8 and 10 passes.
5 ties, 6 lead changes so far. Exactly 3 to go in the third.
That's 8 passes so far.
Now there's the patience you expected. Kress penetrates, pops, doesn't get. And Harriman fingertip controls the rebound.
That's a good shot, made 10 passes, got what they wanted, just weren't able to convert the basket.
Now Oliver in deep, in a crowd, he will go to the line. Boy, Deem Oliver senses some blood in the water now, doesn't he?
Well, he's tough one-on-one. for a little guy, it's really difficult to do, and he does a great job of playing off of 2 feet. He can go in there and plant off those 2 feet and use the strength of his body and still jump up there and challenge the bigger guys.
Loca replaces Peterson from Mason City as Tony Kress picks up his second foul, and Dean Oliver with 16 points goes to the line. And it's now a 10-point third period for Oliver.
They're also 8 for 11 from the free throw line, and you know this kid played here as a freshman. That makes a big difference.
He calmly sinks a pair, has an 11-point quarter, and gives Mason City their second biggest lead of the game. Remember, they opened an early 11-1 lead.
Little full court pressure from Mason City, drop back into their zone. You gotta get that ball out of that corner, get it reversed to the other side.
The pull-up by Clark. The offensive rebound taken down by Hansen. Kress.
Offensive rebound, second shot opportunity, results in a three-point basket.
That is the third three for Terry Kress. And the officials have a little bit of difficulty deciding who gets the basketball. They rule that it goes to the Mohawks.
Yeah, it's hard to see. The ball went under the legs of Harriman. We'll have to take a closer look at this. One of those whoops, but it looked like it hit off the leg of 44.
Yeah, tough call. And from the corner, it's knocked home by Oliver. Oh, what an incredible period by Oliver. He's got another three. He's got 21 points. He's got 14 of them in this quarter.
Boy, and they needed him, and he's come through for them. That's why he's a great player.
Again, the great ones decide there's a time, I better put this on my back, and they do it.
Exactly. You know, for all the kids out there watching this game, not only is he a great player, he's an outstanding student, near a 4.0 grade average. He takes care of business in the classroom, and you have to do that before you become a player.
Very personable young guy also. I had a chance to visit with him the other day as Kirk goes to the free throw line for the Trojans. I tell you, even though he's got another year left in high school, Dean Oliver says he's already talking to Andre Woolridge when he goes over to Iowa City. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? And he says Woolridge is really very cooperative. Takes all kinds of time to explain things to him.
Well, he's a coach's dream. I know that they're going to miss him in Mason City.
But they got another year.
One more year.
And of Grant Harriman. And of Mike Peterson. And of Matt Bartell. Four of their starters are juniors. Oliver off balance, doesn't matter.
When you got it going, they all go in. That was an unbelievable shot. A little bit fast at the other end for Iowa City.
And almost single-handedly, Dean Oliver has put Mason City into an 8-point lead. A 16-point quarter for Oliver.
Good defense by Jackie Clark. Gets a steal on Oliver.
Kirk puts it up in a crowd, hits it. Count the basket, and he will go to the line.
Iowa City needed that badly, badly, badly. They got it. Here they'll settle him down. Good job here avoiding the charge. That was a huge basket for Iowa City West, Larry.
It certainly was. Tony Callahan with a foul from Mason City. Tony Kress
turnover
goes to the bench for Iowa City West, and Brent Harriman goes to the bench for Mason City. Whoops, not quite. And a tie ball, and this is going to stay in the Iowa City West end. And how big will the basket be right here with Iowa City West back to within 6?
It's amazing how those turnovers can turn a game around. They were just about ready to look like to take control of the game, and turnover, basket, possession.
Kirk in the lane to score again. Kevin Kirk has had a big quarter for Iowa City West. He has 5 points in this third period. He's brought his team to within 4 of Mason City. Is Oliver still hot? Yep.
Whoa, boy, that ball soft up there. Hit the back of the rim, went straight up, and still went in the basket.
Well, I'll tell you what, there have not been many better quarters in state tournament finals than the one that Dean Oliver is putting on right now.
And Iowa City West still hanging in there, only 6 down. Tribute to them.
Perry gets his defender into the air, misses the shot, and it is Mason City ball with 4.5 seconds left in the third quarter.
4.5 seconds time enough for Dean Oliver to go down the floor and back twice.
A third quarter in which Dean Oliver scored 18 points.
Holy cow.
Mast back on for Iowa City West. Now you know where they want the ball. Oh, he's human.
That was online, though.
Yeah, he's human,
35-footer.
but not very. That's the end of 3 with the score. Mason City 44, Iowa City West 38. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
I built my reputation on service. That means always being here, which leaves me little time to get to the bank for a vacation loan. So, yesterday, when things were a little quiet, I called the Norwest 24-hour Loan Express. They asked me a few simple questions, got back to me in an hour with approval, and today I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan. Now that's what I call service.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST. When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
It's time to check out the excitement on the floor with Fairway's Fan in the Stand, brought to you by Iowa's most economical food store, Fairway. Let's go to John Campbell.
Thank you very much. Our fan in the stand, Dean Oliver. Yes, Dean's dad. What do you think so far about his play, especially this third quarter?
Well, Dean came out and he's really turned it up. You know, this has been his goal to be in this game, and he's turning it up, doing what he has to do to try to win the basketball game.
He learned this from you?
He learned some of it from me. I just tell him what to do.
You comfortable yet with this game?
Not yet. Never comfortable. Until it's over.
Dean, thank you very much. And we're going to give him a bag from Gatorade and Fairway.
Thanks,
Larry?
John. Dean Sr.'s coached enough basketball to not be comfortable with a 6-point lead and 8 minutes to go.
That's exactly right. Not against a team like Iowa City.
But Oliver really did have some tremendous numbers in that third quarter.
18 points for him and 23 for the team. That's just super performance.
And 15 for Iowa City West in the third. So that gives you an idea of the dominance of Dean Oliver in that third quarter. Oliver, Peterson, Harriman, Heston, and Bartell, the starters on the floor now for Mason City as this third period begins.
Mason City's gone to a little spread offense. 3 out, 2 in. Actually 5 out, opening up the lane.
And the turnover will give Iowa City West their first possession of the fourth quarter.
That's the 8th turnover on Mason City. Kind of a strange offensive set that time. I guess they're just trying to get Dean to go one-on-one and try to get an isolation in there and spread the floor.
Ryan Hansen and Kevin Kirk off the bench for Iowa City West to start this fourth period. There's Jackie Clark. Also in there is Terry Kress and Nick Perry. It's Perry with the basketball. Clark. If Clark gets hot, then the Trojans get right back in it.
They're down 3 is all.
And Clark has shown the ability to hit some very big threes in this tournament. Clark, a guy who did not even play varsity basketball last year. Oliver hangs in the lane, gets the shot.
I'm going to take that basket home with me. If I ever coach again, I'm going to use that basket. But maybe I need to take Dean Oliver with me.
27 now for Oliver. Clark on the miss. We go down to 6:30 of the 4A championship game. Mason City with the ball and a 5-point lead.
You know, the last time Kress penetrated and got the ball out to Clark, that time Clark tried to shoot off the dribble and took a bad shot.
There's a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
The pass is complete. No, he's out of bounds.
He was in bounds? Now that catch was good.
After the game.
Sarah, I want to see
Phil,
this.
don't push him like that.
Will you all get out of here? I just want to see this
Are
game.
you betting again?
Don't bother me. Just get out of here, all of you.
You promised.
I don't want to talk about it.
To a compulsive gambler, it isn't a game. There's more riding on the outcome than you know. To learn more about compulsive gambling and to get help, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Tender, juicy, great tasting beef. Only the best gets a blue ribbon.
We're very selective.
For one thing, it's got to be grain-fed right here in the Midwest.
We've got to give the consumer what they want.
And they want leaner beef.
We keep the trim down to 1/8 of an inch or less.
Hey, it's not easy to meet our standards.
Fresh.
Consistent. Quality.
There's not anything in this case that I wouldn't be proud to take home to my own family.
Blue ribbon beef. It's better beef. You be the judge. Only at Hy-Vee.
6:30 left in regulation in the championship game in 4A. Mason City with a lead of 46-41. Let's take a look at our Norwest key stats, Jim.
Well, Mason City heated it up, and that's Dean Oliver that's risen that shooting percentage to 56%, and the rebounds have come up too. Turnovers, both teams doing a nice job not turning the ball over very much.
That's the big statistic, though. Mason City getting their shots to go down, especially that guy, Dean Oliver.
He is so strong with the ball. His hands are so strong. He never seems to lose it, even when he gets in traffic and gets battered around a little bit.
Clark trying to cover Oliver. That's not been an easy chore for anybody. Harriman travels.
Yeah, he got the ball, and he was just a little off balance, and he had to move his feet to get on balance. He was getting ready to dribble, but he traveled first.
You know, you see that Oliver performance, and you look up at the scoreboard, you expect to see a bigger margin. But it's only 5 the Trojans trail by. Perry tries to cut into it.
Oh, boy, that could have been a 5th foul on 44 right there.
Burke playing with 4. Clark harassed by Peterson, who makes contact, and Mike Peterson with his 3rd foul.
That's only the 5th foul on Mason City, which is great at this time of the game because they have the lead and they're in a 10-shot situation. Oh boy, that was close. He got away with one there.
Perry inbounding it to Ryan Hansen. Hansen headed for the University of Iowa on a football scholarship.
Boy, they had an outstanding year in football. They were just dominating.
Again, like Steve Bergman rebuilt the basketball program, so did Reese Morgan have to do the same thing with the football program. And now there's a lot of pride at Iowa City West for what they've accomplished, and well, there should be.
Great rebound.
Perry. And another offensive rebound by Kirk. Kirk pumps a couple of times, puts it up in a crowd. Perhaps an ill-advised shot.
But another steal.
And Perry can't finish it. And Harriman finally gets the rebound from Mason City.
Man, there was a lot of action on that possession.
Boy, the Trojans putting forth great effort, but just not getting it to go down. The steal by Hansen. Hansen keeps it alive. On great hustle at the other end as Matt Bartell dives to the floor to knock it down.
Tremendous play there. Actually, Iowa City West had an advantage down court and didn't see it until just a little too late, and then it was enabling Mason City to get back, and of course the kid dives on the floor and makes a tremendous defensive play.
Mike King into the Mason City lineup, but first Iowa City West calls time. 4:38 remaining. We'll be back in a moment.
Life is full of choices. Like yesterday, I couldn't decide whether to meet friends for lunch or stop at the bank and talk about a loan for this new computer. Then I realized I could call Norwest 24-hour Loan Express before lunch. They asked a few simple questions, call me back after lunch with approval. Today, I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan and enjoy lunch with your friends.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-WEST. Mustang money. You could win a hot Mustang now. All you gotta do is match your lucky number. Match with a ride. Oh, you got to try to win. Bet you'd like to take that Mustang for a spin.
Fourth quarter of the championship game. No reason to save anything for tomorrow, and Matt Bartell certainly is.
A lot of action here. Bartell makes a great play. Almost deflects the ball off an Iowa City West player.
Perry inbounds it to Kirk. Kirk goes to the hole with it. Out of bounds, off Kirk, Mason City with the basketball.
Good move by Kirk there. Beat the big man and just couldn't complete the play, but he's had a great game tonight.
Speaking of great games, you talk about Dean Oliver's 27 points. How about this statistic? 1 turnover.
Wow.
Kirk with a rebound. Tony Kress on the break. And Terry Kress with a follow.
Another great heads-up play by Terry Kress. Doesn't think that the basket's going to go in for sure, and he follows up and gets the 2 points.
It's a 3-point lead for the Mohawks. And the foul called as Bartell brings it down. With a foul, Terry Kress.
Man, I'll tell you what. That was a tough play to make right there. He just got knocked down.
Terry Kress with his first foul. Mike Peterson to the line. Mohawks have been in the bonus since early in the third period. 8 points now for Mike Peterson. Another of the juniors for Bob Horner. Again, Heston, the only senior starter. 9 for Peterson.
Mason City wants to get to the foul line now. They can get to the foul line and put this game away with the free throws. That'll be an advantage if they can force him to foul him.
Kress kicks for Clark. Rebounding Peterson.
Peterson's in trouble. He's got to get it out of there. Gets it out to Bartell. They find the open man, Harriman. Way to look down floor.
A dozen for Harriman. Didn't need many dribbles on that possession, did they?
No.
Going for the block, Bartell, but a foul had been called prior to that. And it is called against Harriman.
Great heads-up pass. Harriman goes up strong with the ball. You don't miss those very often when you're 6'10".
Not at all. Especially with the athletic ability that Brad Harriman has. I have a quiet, soft-spoken guy. Of course, Dean Oliver got all the attention, but Harriman thought maybe the fact he just didn't talk very much was another reason he got overshadowed, but that's not going to happen anymore.
Let your play do your talking. When you're a big guy like that, you don't have to say anything.
Steve Heston comes in. Mike King goes out. 3:33 to play. A 6-point lead for Mason City. One more opportunity for Ryan Hansen to trim it. Hansen says next year he'll let Hayden Fry decide whether he's going to play defense or play quarterback. He says, I'll play where they want me to play.
Well, he's a good athlete.
3:30 to go. Oliver dribbles it off a sneaker. That's only his second turnover. And I don't recall if he's been out of the ballgame at all tonight.
I think he only went out at the end of each quarter when the rest of the team walked over to the bench.
3:15 in the 4A championship game.
Good ball movement.
Terry Kress down the lane to the hole, and nothing's going down right now for the Trojans.
You know, he had a couple shots blocked in there, and he went up that time, and maybe he's thinking, is it going to get blocked or not? So he moved the ball a little bit on the shot and missed the driving pull-up.
Oliver looks in against Terry Kress.
Big guys got to handle it. They do. Harriman gets it on the penetration pitch.
A 7-point lead for Mason City with 2:38 to play.
Very important in Iowa City West. Plenty of time. Get the shot you want. Don't panic. Get the shot off the pass. Nope, not that one.
Harriman blocks Kress. Harriman's got to have 5 blocks tonight.
Boy, that's right. He has. All clean blocks. No fouls on those. Tell you feel good about him handling the ball at the other end, too, because he's got great hands.
2:05 left. Bartell dishes for Harriman. Harriman dishes for Harriman. And the rebound taken down by Terry Kress. Trojans still in it, down by 7, 1:50 to go.
I think Harriman's a little tired right now. A little break in the play here to give him a chance to catch his breath.
As far as timeouts, both teams have 3 timeouts left. 1:50 to play, and one of those timeouts will be used right now by Mason City. A minute 50 left. There's a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
It might not make a big difference to you that your Farm Bureau agent is one of the industry's best trained. Then again, maybe it will. You might not be impressed that your Farm Bureau agent is always looking for innovative insurance and financial solutions. But someday, you might be. And you might not think it's important to plan for your future with a preferred client review. But maybe you should.
Living beside you, working for you.
Larry Morgan and Jim Hallahan back at Bettman's Auditorium, where the big guy puts up 2 more for Mason City.
Exactly what you want in a spread offense. Penetration, the big guy has to help off of Harriman, dish off to him, and a dunk.
Iowa City West with it, a minute 50 to play. They're down by 7.
Three-pointer would be big right now.
They've got good three-point shooters. Kirk not necessarily one of them, but he gets it to one now in Kress. Both Perry and Tony Kress are in, and Jackie Clark can hit the 3. But not this time, and Harriman has the rebound.
Good screen by Kress to get a wide open shot for Clark. Just wasn't able to put it down.
And that time, getting poked in the eye, Bartell, accidentally by Perry. Perry picking up the foul on the play.
Bartell's looked good on that free throw line so far.
Actually, Mason City's look good on the free throw line. They have hit their last 10 as a ball club. That's how you salt away championships.
That's so critical. You have to make those free throws at the end. The baskets don't matter much. Now you just make all the free throws. You don't even have to shoot the ball.
Bartell has not scored tonight, but Bob Horner says what he's known for is what he calls relentless defense. His first point, now 11 in a row. And 13 of 17 in the ball game for the Mohawks.
9-point lead with 1:25 to go. It's getting to that point in the game, but you got to score quickly and get the ball back.
Kress knows that. His 3 comes up way short. However, it was last touched by Mason City, and so Iowa City West has got it with 1:17 to go.
Sometimes an out-of-bounds play affords you a really good quick shot if you set a screen on the inbounds play and don't take much time off. There's a double screen for Kress, but they have to throw the ball over the big guy, and they can't get it inbounded the way they want to.
And the foul called on Peterson, who goes for the steal. So now Iowa City West under Steve Bergman trying to play from behind. That the 7th team foul on Mason City. So the Trojans will go to the line. That one advantage of shooting free throws if you make them is time does not expire. Time doesn't go off the clock.
Not only that, but you get a chance to set up your press. And they have to press them now and create some turnovers. And what happens, they're going to get the ball to Dean Oliver. And that's a very difficult guy to press because you don't want him in the open floor with the ball.
Terry Kress headed for UNI, a 16-point night. And the Mohawk lead is down to 7.
Here comes the press. Oh, they did run the sucker play and tried to go deep.
Mason City is at 12 free throws in a row. So if you're thinking about fouling, that's a problem. The basket hit by Harriman. Boy, he's stepped up big.
It's great to have a big guy when you throw it in there. You know it's going to get in the hole or get fouled.
And Harriman at the other end with another rebound. Trojans running out of time. Kress will take it right to the hole. Mason City won't foul him. And the rebound taken by Bartell.
Travel. The best way to advance the ball down the floor is pass the ball. I don't care how fast you're on a dribble. You can't get it down as fast as you can if you just pass the ball. A little too much dribbling that time on Mason City's part.
40.9 seconds left. Mason City leads it 56-47.
They just have to take care of the ball and don't make any silly fouls and stop the clock.
Tony Kress leaving it short, and Harriman with yet another rebound. He's got to have a double-double going in rebounds. We know he does in points, and he's got to be in double figures in rebounds as well. Mason City burns a timeout with 30 seconds left in the ball game. We're going to keep it right here. It appears the Mohawks are about to win their first championship in 53 years.
Well, they play great basketball. They're star players who come to play tonight. Harriman and Oliver have just been great, and they made the plays when they needed them, when they had to have that run. Those were the guys that did it.
Here's Bob Horner.
Let the clock run, keep it running, play good defense, but we don't need to go out and get on anybody here, you know, and commit a foul to stop the clock. Listen up now. When we come down here, okay, this first time down here, this is what I want. I want you to come out here. Let's go ahead and run our double stack delay. Double stack delay, okay, you got it? Hang on to the ball unless we got a complete open lane to the basket, all right? Big guys, you're ready to pop out and help, okay? Here we go.
Pick and release if they need help.
They're going to do a little double stack delay, which means basically they don't want to shoot the ball. They just want to run the clock down or shoot free throws.
Steve Berkman's team has fought so hard, but Jim, it looks like they're about to come up just a little short.
It's going to be very difficult in 30 seconds to do something here when you're 9 points down. But they have played valiantly. Iowa City West has.
Yes, they have. They had to knock off the top-rated team in the state just to get to this tournament, just to get to this game, this championship game. Kress fires. Tip won't go.
Rebound by guess who? Grant Harriman.
Harriman, an unbelievable rebound total tonight.
100? You think he has 100 rebounds tonight?
Boy, I would think close.
Close.
We're going to try to get the official number. It may not quite be 100, Jim, but it's a lot. First two games of this tournament, he had 31 rebounds, 15 and 16 respectively. He's got to be right in that category again.
We'll put the pressure on our stat man, Dick, over here and see if he can come up with these rebounds.
Yeah, I think he's working on it. Dick McDonald, our very able statistician. As now it's time for curtain calls for the Mohawks.
And we know they have 34 rebounds as a team.
I imagine Harriman has no more than half of them. What do you think?
I'd say that's close.
He's got 17 points. Dean Oliver still on the floor, but Bob Horner beginning to substitute. Let's see if he doesn't make the substitutions. There goes Oliver. There goes